Welcome back. Montgomery County is now home to more than 250,000 people. We're taking a look at the impact of growth in the area. Realtor Kayla Gunter joins me now. Thank you for being here.
So glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. What is the current state of the real estate market in Clarksville right now?
It's a great time to live in Clarksville, we have a really normal market, I would say. I mean, a couple years ago, I think just like all areas of Tennessee, things were really crazy, but right now it's very normal. I wouldn't say it's a buyer's market or a seller's market. I think we've got just enough inventory to kind of keep us a steady market.
Sure. And we've been talking so much about the growth that Clarksville has seen in recent years. What are some factors that have driven that growth? Is it Fort Campbell being nearby? Is it just new development? What does that look like?
Fort Campbell is always a huge part of our growth. We've got close to 37,000, I think, people that are affiliated with it, whether they're veterans or active duty. And then you've also got their dependents and their spouses. And an example is my husband. My father-in-law was stationed at Fort Campbell, and then he and his two brothers and their families have stayed and have been there for years. So it kind of is just it spirals, and they continue to stay and help. And then we've got a lot of manufacturing jobs that are, I think by 2030, there's like an additional 4,000 jobs that are expected to be available. So there's just a lot going on.
Oh, absolutely. Are there any particular neighborhoods or areas of Clarksville that you're really seeing have that growth?
I think some of our more rural, what would have been rural areas, are starting to see that growth. In town, we've probably about developed all we can develop, but the county is starting to see a little more of that, and kind of is really the only place that we can go now to fit more people. So,
sure. So in those rural areas that are being developed, what kinds of units are you seeing? Single-family homes, apartments?
Mostly single-family, and we are starting to see a lot more condos in Clarksville, just to be able to give some affordable options for first-time home buyers, just because some of the single-family is not very affordable anymore based upon the lot prices.
Sure. What keeps you, though, most excited about working in this market?
I think not just in this market, but what we get to do every day is I get to meet new people and be around different people every day and welcome them. I'm born and raised in Montgomery County, so it's nice to share what I've seen, the growth in the last 43 years, to share with them and try to help them make it home.
What is it about this community that keeps you here and that, inspires you to sell it to others?
I think we are a bigger town with still a small town feel. We haven't gotten so big that people still aren't kind. So that's probably my favorite part about Clarksville, is people still are kind.
I love that. And then real quick, last question, what advice would you give to someone who is looking to move to Clarksville right now?
I would just say to call me. But other than that, there are a lot of concessions that sellers are offering right now in our market. So just to try to take advantage of those seller concessions to negotiate the best deal that they can to make Clarksville home.
Awesome. Well, if you want to call Kayla or learn more about the market, watch this again. We are going to post this segment on our website, WKRN.com. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.